Have you noticed the spinner wheels? Are you curious? You intrigued? I'm going to stare at it. Alright, fellas, take a seat, take a seat. Going down, phones up, phones up. Just wait for the pledge per the usual.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Christian, bro. I got you next time, bro. I got you.
Lily, we're not going to stay there all day.
You know?
Have a seat.
Okay.
You almost said something else.
You get my joke?
I think she was talk about what we did yesterday.
I don't really know talk about that. I was in a mood.
Oh, what
Yes, you did. I kept it all day.
That's like you are not. Yeah, you are.
Alright, we know how it's going to go. As soon as I start talking, we'll do the pledge. I hear that Miss Vicky's not here today, so maybe they're trying to figure that out. What we're going to do today, we're going to do a quick review. I do want you to pull your notes out because I got one statement I want you to add to your notes. So pull out your feudalism notes. On 5W, again, I'm not going to say, hey, here's a 5W for you. Here's a vocab word. You're just going to grab that as we go throughout the week. So whether you have that out or not, it's kind of up to you. A good thing to have out today also would be that extra sheet I gave you. Because on one side is the social structure, and then on the other side is an example of a feudal manor. And we're going to be talking, and you're going to create your own feudal manor today. So that'd be a really good thing to have out as well. Not stealing Lily's desk here. We're going to be mobile today. So as we get mobile, I would ask that if you're really within each other's space, you put a mask on. If you're able to keep that healthy distance, I get it. That's fine. Have a mask at your chin or not have it on. If you need a mask, I got one. And I really thought they'd be saying the pledge by now.
I say we play basketball.
Why do you still have it?
Hey, I hear it's a pledge on your own day, so you know the Army veteran loves to do that. On your feet, let's go. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Take seats, take seats, take seats. That's good. I wish we all would do that. You guys get my joke? You get the joke on the screen?
No.
Is to isn't.
Is, was,
As was, is to wasn't. As, what is that lower left? You gotta know what that is. As is to peasant.
Pokemon.
That's all I needed. All I needed to be Pez is to peasant. And of course, peasant is the lowest level of the feudalism social structure we've been talking about it. Julia got it. That's all I needed. That's all I need. All right, just as a reminder, what's due this week, the 5 W's, which is feudalism and crusades. Spending 3 days on feudalism, 2 days on crusades. So this is going to be a day where I'll make your brain shift on Thursday. Notes for feudalism you have so far. Crusades, you'll get those. Those will be due on Friday. And then as an additional grade, your participation in these next 2 days will go down as a participation grade. So make no mistake, I see everything. I see who's leading and who's participating well, and I see who's hanging out in the back not participating. Okay, so your participation over the next 2 days in this group project is going to be something that that becomes a grade as well. Here's the statement. I'd like you to add this to your notes. So it looks like you got some. I'm going to get to bubonic plague tomorrow, so just give yourself the last little bit of the page there. We talked about the storyline of all 3 main religions that we talked about. So now I'm going to give you the main storyline for feudalism, and it is this. Feudalism was a way of structuring society around relationships that were based on the holding of land in exchange for services, labor, and loyalty. Well, I really like to focus on the 2 L's. It's an exchange of land for loyalty. So just write this whole sentence down. Under bubonic plague, give yourself, or wherever you feel like you can get it in there. We'll talk about the plague tomorrow. Blood, guts, death, all that kind of stuff. So maybe that'll make you want to come to school. But this is the main storyline of all of feudalism and manorialism, exchange of land for loyalty, L&L. No. Most academic thing you'll do today. Get this sentence down and we'll be on our way to apply it. Got to understand it though so we can apply it. How? Another minute here, just writing it down verbatim. Like you're taking notes in church or college, or whatever you choose. Christian, what are the 2 L's?
Loser and loyalty.
Wow. Bryce, try again. What are the 2 L's? Try again for him. There you go. An exchange of land and loyalty. Relationships that deal with land and loyalty. About ready to move on?
No.
Move on. Got 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Grab your words. Talk to a partner after that. All right, talk to a partner, land and loyalty. Just as a reminder, here is that social structure. Remember, the king goes on top. There's a very loosely constructed central authority. In fact, it was a weak central authority, which is why lords held so much power. Lords would parcel out their land to vassals. Vassals could be this, or they might hire this. What position was that? The knight. The vassal could serve as the knight. Maybe he goes and serves militarily for the lord. Or if he was portly, lazy, or just didn't want to serve in the military and had the means to do so, he could hire a knight in his stead. So that's a duo position, vassal and knight. And then underneath the vassal / knight is craftsmen, serfs, and peasants, right? Craftsmen maybe had a little bit of a step above, but we're really going to group all 3 of those together. Okay, craftsmen, serf, and peasants were the labor force upon which, the backs of which, serfs and peasants were the labor force, and on their backs all of feudalism existed. So they made the system run, even though they didn't really get to benefit from it financially. And eventually they're going to figure that out. There's going to be peasant uprising and revolts. You get things like Braveheart, the movie, and ultimately the crack of feudalism, the breakdown of feudalism. Here's another version of that triangle. Remember, land goes down, service and loyalty goes up. So land goes down, service and loyalty goes up. And I added Lord Farquaad in there because the Lord and vassal, that should be another level in there. All right, here is what we are about to do. You have seen, if you walked in early and you have any attention span at all, you saw the two sorters on the screen, the two sorting wheels. So I'm gonna pull those back up. On the left and right side, that is your feudal manor. Okay, so the names on the left, you're one team. The names on the right, you are another team. So I'm going to invite some chaos into the room. Sort yourselves like that. If your name is on the right side, go to the right side. If your name is on the left side, go to the left side. Do that now. Let's step one. You can take your binder with you. You don't need to bring back your Your name's on the right side, get there. If your name's on the left side, get there. This is your team for the next few days. We're not leaving the room, so you can grab your stuff as you need it. Right now, you can just move your body. Right, so as you start to see your team, you might wonder, who among us gets to be the leader? Who among us is the Lord? Should we choose the Lord? Should we choose the Lord of the manor? Is this my dividing line right here? Eric's on one side. Timothy's on another.
I'm the leader.
Grayson's the Lord.
Looking for Eric. Eric, which side are you on? Okay. All right, are we there? Okay. Well, let's choose ourselves the Lord of the manor. What do you say? I'm going to go right side first. The name that pops up shall be the Lord of the manor. Can I get a drum roll, please?
No! Keep going! No!
Eric, come on up. You are Lord of the manor. Eric's manor.
I almost had that.
Eric, come on up to the front and stay on your side. All right, left side. We need a Lord of the manor. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Who definitely doesn't want it?
Me, I want it.
I hope it chooses you. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. That's the weak sauce drum roll. Drum roll, please.
Yes.
Kurt! Adam's Manor. Kurt, come on up. Come on up. Well, hey, Lord of the manor, lords of the manors. What do you need under you? What do they need under them? Vassal. So for this exercise, for this simulation, we're going to go 2 vassals on each side. Okay. So I'm going to click each circle twice, and we're going to get 2 vassals. So we're still building our manor here. Vassal on the right side for manor Eric.
Yeah.
Your life just got difficult, didn't it?
Yeah.
Christian. All right. Vassal. Christian.
Hi.
Now, the vassal in our exercise is still going to be a laborer. The vassal is still going to have to participate in drawing his portion. So, okay, and then Eric, your second vassal. Drum roll.
Jackson.
No.
Yeah.
So, come on up. The wheel don't lie. Wheel don't lie. All right, now, Kurt, if you were to just look at your group, who would you choose as vassals?
Probably.
Cool, we'll let the wheel choose for you. Drum roll, please.
I'll just be a good mature.
It's Vassal Wicker, come on up. All right, and one more. Julia, who would you like to be your co-vassal? Your helper vassal. Too bad, the wheel's going to choose for you.
Oh, God.
All right, Jayla, come on up. You're vassal. You are vassal number 2. Now, we're not done yet. We still got some picking to do. On each side, I'm going to choose, or the wheel's going to choose one knight. Now, that is to say you might be the knight, right? We just said vassals might be the knights that go and serve militarily. For the purpose of our simulation and for the purpose of drawing the feudal manor, I'm going to choose one knight. And that knight is going to have responsibility for making sure that the military training area is selected. So one knight on each side. A knight in shining armor. Julia, who's your knight in shining armor?
No, it's
All right, the knight for Manor Adams is Maria. Come on up, come on up.
I'm ready. I'm
The
ready.
knight for Manor Eric. The knight from Manor Eric is Emily. Knight in shining armor.
It's a real
Come on up,
crusader
come
now.
on up. Now we're missing one more really important position. Who is really important inside of a community? The rest of y'all is going to be the peasants. But if I need to pick one more position, what did we say? Say it again. That's right. We need a priest in each man. Which side should I start with? I'm going to start with Manor Eric. Who's that? Let him in. Whoever it is. Come on in, Dee. You're good, Delaney. Just take a seat. Welcome. Glad you're here. Priest is Madison. Priest, you can just keep your seat for now. Priest, just keep your seat. Madison, just know you're the
Hey,
priest.
since I'm a vassal, can I like switch them?
And the last priest for Team Kurt is.
I'm not a peasant. I can do that.
You wanted to be a peasant.
No, I can do that.
You literally said that you wanted to be a peasant.
She's just not here.
Christian, I have to be a craftsman.
No, we're going to roll it.
Jordan.
Jordan is the priest on this side. Okay, excellent. Priest, go ahead and keep your seat. Knights, you can also go ahead and take a seat. Just remember who you are. Now, before this is adequately complete, what did vassals and what did vassals and lords promise to each other? Loyalty, yeah, went up and down, right? So, by the way, everyone else, you are peasants, serfs, and craftsmen, okay? Everyone else, you are peasants, serfs, and craftsmen.
Yeah.
But first, we must have the vassals swear fealty to their lord. So, lords of the manor, take a central position here. Vassals, take a bended knee towards them.
I don't know any
Vassals, take a bended knee towards your lord. Vassals, take a bended knee towards your lord. Remember, a fealty is a promise between higher and lower classes, an agreement to exchange that land for protection. So, check it out. This is a real oath of fealty. Okay, this is similar to what they would have sworn to their lord. So repeat after me. I will say it, and the vassals repeat after me. I promise on my faith. That I will in the future. Be faithful to the Lord. Never cause him harm. And will observe my fealty to him completely. Against all persons. In good faith. And without deceit. Lord, do you accept them as your vassals? Okay, the fealty has been accepted. On your feet. Real talk. That is the respect that would have been paid to a lord, right? A public ceremony where everyone can see that these vassals are swearing fealty to their lord. But did it stop there?
I want to be a princess.
Was it a one-way direct? Was it a one-direction relationship? No. We said it was a two-directional relationship. And the other oath is called homage. And do you remember the origin of that word is like man? Hombre in Spanish. Or do I have any French speakers? In French, it's l'homme, H-O-M-M-E, means man. So this Latin word homage means to pay loyalty or give loyalty to your man. So lords, you will not take a bended knee because you're the superior in this relationship. But lords, look at your vassals, look them in the eyes, and repeat after me. I become your man from this day forth.
I become your man from this day forth.
No, I didn't hear that. I become your man from this day forth.
I become your man from this day forth.
And shall bear you faith for the manor.
And shall faith for the mountain.
which I claim to hold of you,
which I claim to hold,
saving the faith that I owe
saving the faith that I owe
to our Lord and King.
to our Lord.
Vassals, they have pledged you homage.
Why does that sound like
Clap for everybody. Clap for everybody.
Why does that sound like vows?
Eli brings up a great. Everybody, go take a seat for a second. Hey, well done. Thanks for playing. Snaps for everybody. Snaps for everybody. Thanks for playing. Eli brings up a great point. Eli, what did you think those sound like?
Vows.
What kind of vows?
Marriage.
Why do these sound a whole lot like marriage vows?
Commitment.
Because, hey, be mature with here. They are entering into the same type of a relationship. Not a man and wife relationship, but that same level of loyalty, that same type of a covenant. They are pledging to each other the same type of sacred honor, loyalty, commitment. I won't break my vow to you. So yeah, Eli, it does sound a lot like a marriage vow because that's how important it was to these people. Again, really think about a time period where, as Eric pointed out yesterday, there's this cycle of oppression going on.
I do.
And it could have been really easy for just the Lord to receive the vow. But I think it's pretty significant that it was a two-way relationship, right? There was fealty going up, and then there was the homage, paying homage going down. So it was this two-way loyalty type of relationship going on. All right, your feudal manor. In the teams that you're in, I am, where's my Lord of the Manor? Eric, I'm passing you this roll of paper. It's about 5 feet long. Okay, they're the same size. And then Kurt, I'm giving you your feudal manor. Now, I really like the symbolism that it is blank white sheet of paper right now. It can become anything you decide to make it, okay? And over the next 2 days, you will cover every square inch of this paper with color. So here's what you have to have. You have to have a body of water. You have to have a church, priest. Both of my priests, you're going to make sure that the church is cared for. You have to have the social ordered triangle, almost like the key on a map. Just make sure that you have the triangle built in there so that when we tape it outside, when we display it outside, everybody can understand what they're looking at, okay? So those are the 3 must-haves. Now, lords, you will, this slide's a little bit better. Lords, you will oversee the manor, and you're going to lead through the vassals. Lord, you will not make a single pen stroke on this paper. You will lead through the vassals. Vassals, of course, you're going to make sure your knight and your serfs and craftsmen are doing work. So, Lord, you can cast a vision, and you should. You should cast a vision. What does your manor look like? What does the whole village look like? But you should very purposefully stand, watch, be kind of snooty and snotty and overseeing. It is not your job to create the manor, right? So that's the Lord of the manor. Vassals, you are going to get half of the manor. So, Lord, what you need to do is kind of create a dividing line and say this belongs to vassal number 1 and that belongs to vassal number 2. You got to fit the church in and such like that as well. But vassals, you're responsible for your half of the manor, okay? See how the teamwork starts to build? Vassals, of course, you're going to have peasants and serfs under you. I didn't divide you specifically, so go ahead and fight over that. But and then you're going to be leading the vassals. You are workers, Christian. You are a drawer. You are a colorer. You're not the same as the Lord, who doesn't have to make any pen strokes. But you're going to be also leading your peasants, your serfs, your craftsmen. You can tell them what to do. I think you're going to learn a thing or two about leadership. That you can't always just tell people what to do. You got to inspire them as to what you want done. So that's a different conversation for a different day. Vassals, that's your job. Knights. You must make sure that there's a portion of land dedicated to the military training area, okay? And then there's only 1 knight, so you got to make sure that it's just somewhere on your page, right? It doesn't have to be 2 of them, just somewhere on your page. Priests, there must be a church and a cemetery inside of the manor as well. And you want to fight for good land, right? You don't want the Lord of the manor to just stick you in the corner. You want to fight for good land. Craftsmen, serfs, and peasants. You're going to be responsible for building your home, your shop, your farmland. You're going to do what the Lord and vassals tell you to do. Craft servants, and peasants, you're about to do a lot of coloring. You're about to do a lot of coloring. So you can see I have some supplies up here. If you got your own supplies you want to offer to the project, that is great. I got 1 pencil sharpener. So you're going to be doing a lot of pencil sharpening. Here it is. If it starts to get full, dump it into the trash. The best way to do this, so here's an example from the past, okay, and I'll put this up in a second. You can see the body of water. You can see that the manor house is accounted for. The church is accounted for on each of these. This one started to get creative with bridges that are actually popping off the page. Here is another really good example. You can see every square inch is colored. Now check this out. They did a lot of colored penciling, but then they also, because it's going to get busy in the hallway, they also did some drawing inside the room, and then they pasted it to it. You can see that the church is pasted on with colored construction paper. I'll pull that out as well. And then the final example I have here, same story. You can see their social structure. You can see they got trees popping off of it. So sky's the limit on your creativity. Okay, these are just some examples. This is when we go into the hallway. You can see it's going to get busy. You can see how they did it in the past. They made sure they weren't crushing each other and stomping on the paper, but you can be working on multiple sections at the same time, okay? Remember, I see everything. If you come in here and put your earbuds in, I'm going to know that you're not contributing to your team. And then with that said, I am here for questions. I can go back to any particular slide. If you want to Google an image so that you can trace it or so that you can draw it, that's great. Use the Chromebook. If you want me to show some of the images I've showed in the past, yesterday, I can do that. So at this time, what I recommend is that Lords figure out where you're going to put your team, communicate to your vassals, and get to work. On you.
Why do I do?